everyone. I have another book haul for you today. The first four books I have are The Faithful and the Fallen series by John Gwynne. I want to go into this series fairly blind, so I'm not going to read the synopsis for the series. This is book 2. Three. And book 4. This book is The Art of Crash Landing by Melissa DiCarlo. Broke and knocked up, Maddie Wallace has got all her worldly possessions crammed into 6 giant trash bags and nowhere to go. Try as she might, she really is turning into her late mother, a broken alcoholic who never met a bad choice she didn't make. When Maddie gets news of a possible inheritance left by a grandmother she's never met, she jumps at this one last chance to turn things around. Leaving the Florida Panhandle, she drives 800 miles to her mother's birthplace, the tiny town of Gandy, Oklahoma. There she soon learns that her mother remains a local mystery. A happy, talented teenager who inexplicably skipped town 35 years ago with nothing but the clothes on her back. But the girl they describe bears little resemblance to the damaged woman Maddie knew, and before long it becomes clear that something terrible happened to her mother. The deeper Maddie digs for answers, the more precarious her situation becomes. Giving up, however, isn't an option. Uncovering what started her mother's downward spiral might be the only way to stop her own. The Lincoln Highway by Amor Towles. Dallas? Not sure how to pronounce that name. In June 1954, 18-year-old Emmett Watson is driven home to Nebraska by the warden of the juvenile work farm, where he has just served 15 months for involuntary manslaughter. His mother long gone, his father recently deceased, and the family farm foreclosed upon by the bank. Emmett's intention is to pick up his 8-year-old brother Billy and head to California, where they can start their lives anew. But when the warden drives away, Emmett discovers that 2 friends from the work farm have hidden themselves in the trunk of the warden's car. Together they have hatched an altogether different plan for Emmett's future. One that will take them all on a fateful journey in the opposite direction, to the city of New York. Everything We Didn't Say by Nicole Bart. One night, everything changed. Juniper Baker was 19 when her world was torn apart. As fireworks lit up the summer sky, her neighbors were brutally murdered right outside their barn, and to Juniper's horror, her younger brother became the prime suspect. In an instant, everything she loved fell away. She escaped, pledging never to return. Until now, officially, Juniper is back in town to help a friend. But really, she's here to repair her relationship with her teenage daughter, the source of her deepest regret, and to solve the infamous Murphy murders. As history begins to repeat itself, and a dogged local true crime podcaster starts sniffing around, the race to the truth puts past and present on a dangerous collision course. Except this time, it's her daughter's life that hangs in the balance. The Masterpiece by Francine Rivers. A successful Los Angeles artist, Roman Velasco, appears to have everything he could possibly want: money, women, and fame. Only Grace Moore, his reluctant, newly hired personal assistant, knows how little he truly has. The demons of Roman's past seem to echo through the halls of his empty mansion and out across his breathtaking Topanga Canyon view. But Grace doesn't know how her boss secretly wrestles with those demons, by tagging buildings as the Bird, a notorious and but undefined graffiti artist, an alter ego that could destroy his career and land him in prison. A Little Hope by Ethan Jola. A luminous, life-affirming novel set in an idyllic Connecticut town over the course of a year. Little Hope follows the intertwining lives of a dozen neighbors as they confront everyday desires and fears. A lost love, a stalled career, an illness, and a betrayal. That's all I want to know going into that one. Fear of Beauty by Susan Froetschell. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. The battered body of an Afghan boy is found at the base of a cliff outside a remote village in Helmand Province. On the day he was supposed to leave for school, most villagers blame an accidental fall. Others wonder if the death is not the work of unwanted newcomers, U.S. troops, and aid workers at a nearby outpost. The Constable's Tale by Donald Smith. A traveling peddler discovers the murder of a family in colonial North Carolina. Their bodies have been left in bizarre positions. Circumstances point to an Indian attack, but Harry Woodyard, a young planter who is the volunteer constable of Craven County during a period in America's past where there was no professional police, finds clues that seem to indicate otherwise. The county establishment wants to blame the crime of a former inhabitant, an elderly Indian who has suddenly reappeared in the vicinity like an old ghost. But he is a person to whom Harry owes much. Defying the authorities, Harry goes off on his own to find the real killer. His investigation takes him up the Atlantic seacoast and turns into a perilous quest for an even bigger quarry that could affect Britain's future on the American continent. The Collective by Allison Galen. Just how far will a grief-stricken mother go to right a tragic wrong? Camille Gardner is a grieving and angry mother who, 5 years after her daughter's death, is still obsessed with the privileged young man she believes to be responsible. That's all I want to know going into that one. Thank you for watching.